Hey Aries, welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee. I'm going to do a weekend reading for you. It is Friday, the 11th of July, in my neck of the woods as I'm recording this. So take this message as it resonates, guys, and use your own discernment to make the decisions for your life. I just want to tap into the energy and see if there's anything that we in the Aries community need to be aware of. Maybe we can take action on or just sit with, I guess. All right. Spirit, thank you for your time and your presence and for allowing me to be the conduit and the storyteller in this message today. Help me deliver a clear and concise message to those watching. Should anything negative pop up, immediately return it to sender. I don't want it on me. I don't want it in the household, and I don't want it on the viewer. For the Aries community, please, Spirit, what are the most potent energies around the Aries community for this weekend? The next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The King of Wands in the upright and the Page of Swords in the upright. This is, King of Wands, that's the fiery energy within you, Aries. This is you really taking full stock of things that have transpired. I think this is a weekend of evaluation for you, Aries. And the good thing about it is it's coming up as the King of Wands, and you're not dulling yourself in any way, shape, or form. I'm tapping into a collective of Aries this weekend who, like, it's almost like you know now more of who you are. You know now more of the goals that you have for your life, whether you're there yet or not. That's indifferent in this particular, with these two cards. But what I'm getting is you doing an evaluation of certain things with this Page of Swords. What are the Aries evaluating? King of Coins for some of you guys. The Six of Coins for other of you guys. You're evaluating your status. Like, it could be like your financial status. For some of you guys, it's going to be one of two of these, if not both. Okay. Your finances, your financial status, your financial growth, your, career and finances all like come together. Like, so if it's not like your money specifically, it's like how, with this King of Wands, like how you're going to maybe change things around with your work life, like maybe tackle things a little bit differently. For others of you, it's who you're spending time with. You're trying to really, like, over the weekend, really I get the feeling because the King of Pentacles was reversed. So I'm getting off of that some of you guys, and so was the Six of Pentacles, some of you guys really just don't want to be around certain people this weekend. It almost like an idea of like making an excuse, being happy that plans are canceled. I think because you really want to pull in your energy and not have it. I get an Aries community that just really wants some alone time. Even if there are people in your house, you still want alone time with your thoughts. So what's likely going to be happening for the Aries? What might they see in their reality this weekend, please, Spirit? The Two of Pentacles, the Sun card, and the Tower. I think that I believe, for me, what I'm getting off of this, guys, is this is, especially with this Tower moment, these acts, these little steps of this mountain of truth for you guys, whatever it is. The truth can be how you're spending, who you're spending your time with, how you're spending, who you're allowing in your inner circle, right? With the King of Pentacles. The truth can be how you are tackling things with work and with money, with your stability, with the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. I think that what you evaluate, what you observe, what you take in energetically, what decisions you make this weekend are going to be monumentally prevalent. Meaning, if you're using this Capricornian full moon that just happened yesterday, depending on where you're at, the energy is still open. The dedication you're making to separation or reevaluation and then having a new way of tackling things is going to set the ball in motion for you, Aries, for the next years to come. I get a lot of you guys who are protective over multiple things. I think you're protective over an idea of how things were supposed to happen, especially with like your money and your career. And we're married to an idea. And now you're like, well, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be so married to that idea. Like, if you thought at this point things should look like a certain way with like your career, and you were so dead set on just going down this road, you're like, you know what? Maybe it would be better if I loosened the reins a little bit. Exercise some of that detachment that Buddha teaches us, or Buddhism teaches us, spirituality teaches us, and like just letting existence happen, going with the flow, if you will. I think that it was hard probably for you to come to this determination where you're at. You're determining things this weekend is what I'm trying to say. It was hard for you to come to this determination because you were protecting the idea of where you thought things should be, of how you were going to tackle it. I'm being very vague with this because I feel like this is hitting a lot of people hard, but the way that it's hitting you for each specific person is slightly different. So I'm trying to stay away from the specifics of it. Although I do have an idea of some people's specifics, I don't want to alienate people. Because I am getting, for some of you guys who are parents and have children, like your children are playing a role in, you've got like, there's two here with this two of coins. Let me show you. This mother with the two babies. And they're opposites. They're not equals. If this is resonating with you, then it's already resonating with you. So like a boy and a girl, or one that's like an adult and one that's still a child in the house, or one that you have a great relationship and then one that you have a that's estranged, right? For some reason, I feel like that for those this particular part of the message is resonating with. For some reason, I feel like that has played a role in how you were tackling other situations. At this point, you're moving on from that. You're not letting that be the reason why you do. Does that make sense? Almost like I'm getting a collective of people who are saying, like, some of you guys don't have any kids and you're waiting for the perfectionism part of this. You had been waiting for the perfectionism part of this. I'm not going to make any tweaks to this, that, and the other, to how to the person that I dump, the person I separate from, the people that I no longer allow in my life until this happens. Like, let's just say that there's like a huge family event coming up and you're like, all right, well, I'm just waiting until said family event, like family reunion or wedding or something like that. And then after that, then I'll cut the people out of my life, because you just could not fathom at one time enjoying this event with these people, because there are some people there that you really wanted to be around, like after you've already separated yourself from the people you didn't want to be around. So you wanted to like go, this is very specific. You wanted to like go to whatever this is so that you experience your fun, or at least that's the plan. So you can experience the fun with some people because you couldn't figure out how to separate the two. And I feel like some of you guys are taking a look at this, is very specific. I feel like some of you guys are taking a look at that situation and you're like, okay, maybe I don't have to separate the two. Maybe I can have dinner and drinks with the people I do like on a separate occasion and just let them do their event together, because there's like people that are abrasive, but even more so than that, like even more so than toxic, that you're having to separate yourself from. This is very deep and very heavy on that level. As far as those people who are making adjustments for like work and money and stuff like that, a lot of you guys were saying, I can't make the adjustments because what if I doubt was creeping in. What if I make these adjustments and then I cut off the money that I already have coming in right now, and then my kids or the people I caretake over, if it's not children, the people I caretake over, the beings that I caretake over, now I'm not going to have the money to caretake over these people anymore. And you're looking at that and you're saying, it's okay, I need to stop being so fearful. I need to stop having so much doubt. And to be honest with you, it's not really about them. I need to put my mask on first. I need to make sure I'm okay first. And that will you almost immediately take care of the people that I'm caregiving over. Does that make sense? Like in an airplane, when the mask comes down, they ask you to put your mask on first, because what good are you to your young child or whatever it is? If you can't breathe, you're not going to be able to put their mask on. And you're like, okay, it's not. And it doesn't have to be like a young child. It doesn't have to be like a dog. It could be a spouse, a partner. It could be, somebody else that you're in charge of. I'm getting this idea that y'all are in charge of multiples, and that had been the determining factor for you, and now you're no longer prioritizing that because you know that by proxy it's going to get taken care of if you take care of yourself. If you remove the doubt and the fear of having to adjust and not worry about what's going to come in, just giving it to God, giving it to the universe and saying, you're showing me all of this contrast for a reason. Things have been stagnant for a reason. Things have been difficult for a reason. The phone hasn't been ringing for a reason. I haven't been getting emails, clients like I've been wanting to for a reason. So I can't keep waking up every day and expecting a different result. I have to do something differently. I can't make the excuses. What is Spirit specifically asking you to take a look at this weekend for the Aries community, please? Thank you so much so far. If this is resonating with you, or if you just like this reading, you guys don't forget to take the chance to like and subscribe, turn on that bell notification button. Purpose and freedom. Purpose and freedom. A lot of you guys are remembering, now this is going to get real woo-woo, spiritual, okay? A lot of you guys are remembering that you were meant for so much more. And this movement that you're making, this evaluation is helping you realign yourself with that purpose, whatever it is for you. This is a tower. This, I'm telling you, it may look small, it may seem small, but snowballs start small. Ripples start small with the pinprick in the water, and then the ripples get bigger and bigger. That's what this is. Look at this Page of Swords climbing a mountain. And you know what's at the top of this mountain? It's like riches for herself and her family. But she was like the only one that can get it. Like her brothers couldn't get up there. She did it. And I know that I'm not just talking to women, but I'm just saying, like, you're the one that's going to be doing this. And then by proxy, like I was talking about, this exact same thing happened in this parable, in this tell. She comes down off of the mountain, and now she's the savior of her family. That's what's happening through this evaluation, this truth that you're telling. You're no longer lying to yourself this weekend. Should you choose to tap into this energy, Aries collective. Freedom. This is going to mean a lot for a lot. Because a lot of y'all are trapped here. Some of y'all feel trapped physically. I get that. But a lot of the reason why you feel trapped physically is because you're trapped here. If Aries is really ready to buckle down this weekend and really tap into the energies that are surrounding them, that are inside of them, and make the changes and move and trust and give unto themselves. What does their future look like? Their very near future, please, Spirit. Well, we get the King of Wands on here twice. So this is you reconnecting to who you are. And never mind the fact that this is a phoenix rising from the ashes. We started with that energy. But I feel like I had to go through and give you this is like a Friday pep rally for you guys. You can do it. You can do it. And then you're like thinking about it and thinking about it. Because it's an evaluation. But this is internal evaluation with this five of swords. It's like you're like, do I want to play this game anymore? And the answer that you find out is no. No. You step right back into your power. You give yourself the inspiration. It doesn't come from anybody else. There could be ancestors around you. I'm getting very heavily. I've connected to my grandmother very specifically this morning. Some synchronicities. Today is the day, and I didn't know it. I'll tell you a quick story, and then I'll move on to the last card, and we'll end it for here. 1717 on the clock. Okay, I'll take it. First thing I did this morning, I was immediately motivated to go out into the garden with my youngest, and we planted some seeds. And while we were out there, she wanted to stay out there and kind of play in the grass, and there was like a snail and all this. So I sat down at this table outside on the porch, and I drank my tea. And I started thinking about when I originally bought the table a few years ago. I bought it because it reminded me of the table and chairs that my grandmother had. And this is my great-grandmother, that my grandmother had in her yard. And she would sit there and she would watch me. I would make little sand pies and dirt pies and stuff for her. This is the 80s, so life was gentler and kinder and in a way. And it was simple. And she would sit there and she would drink her iced tea with mint. And I was drinking hot mint tea. And my daughter was, playing in the dirt and stuff. And that was exactly what I would do at my grandma's house. And I knew my grandmother was born in September. So I just wanted to see, what day was she born? I can't remember. So I Googled her and I looked up her obituary. And today was the day that she passed on July 11th. And I thought how great of a synchronicity that was, that I was sitting there doing the same things that she did with me. We would be in her garden, her mint garden, and she had mint and peppers, and we'd be out there. I don't know for how long. It was always very quiet and very serene, and I was in her shoes, and my daughter was in mine, and it just felt so surreal. So I feel like ancestors are here right now in your energy as well, saying, hey, baby, I love you so very much. Whether you know them or not, they love you so very much. Hey, I love you so very much. And I just really want you to realize that you deserve this. That's what I'm getting very heavily. Because I know that's in my energy as well. Listening. They're listening. They're listening. And they want you to listen too. You're getting whispers and nudges and whatnot from them. It says, listen generously, look around and see the messages that life is giving you. Heed the voice of your higher self. Listen to the wisdom and the life experiences of others. I told you that story for a reason. I'm pretty sure I did. Connection. We'll end with connection here, okay? Connection. Meet on a soul level. Take time for some real heart-to-heart conversation. Share your true feelings, connect, and listen deeply and compassionately. Whether you're having to break off a connection with somebody, or a weekend with somebody, or weekend plans with somebody, or plans for in the future, like I was alluding to earlier, it's literally, it's okay to give a negative RSVP saying, I know I will not be attending. If it means that you're protecting your peace, ultimately, this is your green flag. This is your sign that it's okay to do that. If you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with your work partner or partner in general about how you're tackling your business and your career and your money, then have that conversation. If you're not ready for that outward conversation yet, Spirit is saying a lot of this has to do with you telling you the truth first about it. Maybe this weekend is for you to marinate in that and then take action. Remember, the King of Wands came out twice. In your time, step by step. Remember, a snowball starts small and a ripple starts with just one prick. Okay? All right, guys. I hope this helped in some way, shape, or form. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.